name is Maddie McKenna. Welcome to my channel. Today is going to be another episode of my TTC journey, and this video is not going to have my pregnancy test included in it because I'm only on cycle day 18. I just wanted to kind of give an update and kind of say what I'm doing differently this time in this cycle. So this is cycle number 2 after my miscarriage, and I didn't really know what to expect. You can go back and watch that first video, but I really didn't know what to expect as far as what my cycle was going to be like, when my period was going to come, all that stuff. You can see that in the first video. But yeah, it's kind of the same thing this month, although I feel a little bit more put together and a little bit more of I know what to expect this time. So fortunately, I did get my surge on the same day that I did last month. So I figured last cycle was pretty long. I ovulated on cycle day 18, which I thought I usually would ovulate on cycle day 16, and even that's late for some people, but I think it's a good sign that this month, again, I'm ovulating on cycle day 18. So even though it's a 32-day cycle and it is a little long, at least it's literally the same thing last month. So I feel like that's regular. Basically, yeah, I'm just gonna touch base on what we are doing different this month, and I really wanted to capture it in the moment. But yeah, we were on vacation, somewhat of a vacation. My brother was moving to LA, and so we were moving him out there, and we were there all week, and that just so happened to be the week that was my fertile window. And I kind of thought that was cool and kind of a coincidence, hoping that maybe the change in elevation or maybe it will help me de-stress, something. I was just hoping that it would help us get pregnant this month. We just got back home, and yeah, so I have some notes here. I'm going to be looking down at my notes, but yeah, so we went on a little vacation. And I feel that was number one thing that was different this cycle. So basically, since I've already gotten my surge today, I'm not going to continue testing my LH levels anymore. But what I did different with testing this cycle is I barely tested. And the past couple times that we've tried, a couple cycles we've been trying, I was testing every day, twice a day, like they tell you to, and this month, I really think that that's where my stress stems from. And then also knowing exactly when I ovulate was really stressing me out. But yeah, so I literally have a clip. I don't know if I'll put it in here, but I was on the LA trip, and I have a clip of me saying you know what, I'm not going to test anymore. I tested on cycle day 13 and 14, and they were normal, I guess, they weren't super low, but they weren't my surge, obviously. And I had decided that I'm not going to test anymore. I just don't even want to know. But today I was unpacking my suitcase and I took out the test, and I was you know what, I haven't had any fluids, I haven't drank anything today. So I was I'm just gonna test, and lo and behold, it was my surge. Didn't stick to what I said, but I will say I have been so much more at ease this cycle because I did not start testing on cycle day 9 or 10. I tested cycle day 13 thinking that maybe this month will be a shorter cycle and maybe I'll ovulate cycle day 14. And once I didn't get my surge on cycle day, I think 15, I was I'm done testing until today. But you know, I'm just really trying to chill. I'm not going to be symptom spotting, and I'll get into more of that, but last cycle I was really symptom spotting. I'm kind of glad the next thing I'm going to touch on, I'm really glad that I started doing this because it's giving me some like pregnancy symptoms already. So I'm hopefully not going to symptom spot, because like if it is a pregnancy symptom, I can write it off as what I'm about to touch on. So the biggest thing that I'm doing different this month, well, one of the biggest things that I've changed is I have added Progessence Plus into my daily routine, and I at least do it once a day, if not twice a day, and it is from Young Living. I've literally used almost half of the bottle, but I know that it's working. Even if it like doesn't help get pregnant per se, like in the first month, I know that it's in my system. I can literally, yeah, I'll get into it. So with this Progessence Plus oil, it's like a blend of different oils. So there's like wild yam root, which is known for like progesterone. There's frankincense, bergamot. It's really, really good for your like reproductive system and all around like women's health. So you can use it for menopause or regulating your cycle, or just, you know, if you have cysts on your ovaries. I have multiple cysts in my ovaries, but I have not been diagnosed with PCOS. Like if you're a woman, you will definitely benefit from this. There's really no harm in it. But I started using it, I must have been a month ago, and I know it's in my system because I've watched these videos before, or people that have started to take progesterone, and or they were kind of talking about their 2-week weight symptoms, and if they're on progesterone, they say that their boobs get tender, or they're sore, the fatigue, like kind of like pregnancy symptoms. And when I say like my boobs have been killing me the past like week, I'm like, I know that this is working, and thank God, because yeah, the second I put it on, I do feel a little bit sleepy. Maybe not even a little bit, like I'm pretty tired when I put this on, because of the bergamot. Bergamot is just so relaxing. So I would definitely recommend at least using this at night. I definitely use it before bed, but I do want to use it twice a day. So I do it in the morning, and I might have to take a nap. I don't know, but yeah, my boobs have definitely been sore. They never get sore since like middle school. So I'm like, I think it's working. My skin has started to clear up, and that could definitely be due to maybe it regulating my hormones, or just my hormones going back to normal after the miscarriage. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I have noticed my skin is starting to clear up, but it's not like great yet. Okay, and then another thing that I am doing, there's I guess like 3 things that I've really changed in this cycle, is using this once or twice a day, and you can put it on your stomach. It says like 2 to 4 drops, I want to say 2 to 4 drops on your stomach, your inner thighs, or the bottom of your feet, or you can alternate for like maximum absorption or whatever. So I do try to alternate. So the other thing that I have changed, we'll start with like the knot. So like TMI one, I guess, but it is still TMI, but that's what I'm here for, is we have baby danced every other day. And yeah, that's kind of been weird, I guess, because usually in my fertile window, I'm like, we have to like right now or whatever. And this month he's been like, because I have been like, no, like it has to be every other day. Obviously, like still have fun with it and everything, but yeah, I definitely wanted to try that approach. So with the baby dancing, we have not used any lubrication. I had read on my app, like I use the Easy at Home app, and I use the Easy at Home strips, and you can like scan everything in, and you can track your period that way, track your ovulation that way. I really like that app. Yeah, so every day it gives you like a little article to read and kind of like more insight on like women's cycles and more insight on like where you're at in your cycle. And since I was in my fertile window, it was kind of giving like tips, I guess. And one of the things it said was, it was like create a safe space for like the children. Basically, it was saying what, you know, lubrications can harm the sperm. And one of the things that it said was like saliva would, you know, hurt it or anything. So we've literally not used like anything, and just Mother Nature. I don't know if I'm going to keep that in there, but it's the truth. Yeah, and the only other thing that I can think of that I'm doing different is like I'm not really drinking alcohol. I hardly ever drink alcohol, but last cycle I was definitely drinking alcohol at least like once a week. I've tried to like cut out caffeine, but yeah, I'm just gonna have my coffee in the morning. I mean, I guess I have lowered the caffeine. Like I make cold brews, so it's mostly decaf with like a little bit of normal like caffeine in there. On vacation, I was going to like Starbucks every morning, and I get a half calf, so it's half decaf. But there's still a shot of espresso in there, so. But I definitely have not had like a drop of alcohol this cycle. Basically, just wanted to like make a little TTC update and kind of say like where I am, how I'm feeling. But I'm really grateful that I do feel way more relaxed this month. I just want to create a space on here that, you know, I can connect with people that are going through similar situations or have been through this, whatever the case may be. I definitely would love to connect with you. I don't have a big community of people, and I definitely am a believer in community is really important, and fellowship. And I know that these videos will help me so much on different approaches that I can take. So hopefully some of these things maybe you haven't heard of, or you have. Hopefully this little baby will help. I've been journaling, trying to stay like my mind clear, so I'm just journaling, praying, and yeah, not doing the whole test like crazy things. I honestly just feel so much more relaxed anyways, and if it's negative, you know, we'll keep trying. So thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment. I would love to connect with you, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye.